Hi, everyone, and welcome to Business Bites, Business Growth Insights over lunch. So I'd like to welcome you on whichever platform you are watching us. And as you know, the drill now is feel free to send us all your questions that you have so that we can take them and we can answer them. So a big shout out to especially those who are watching us live on YouTube or on any other platform that you are watching us. So thank you for joining us. And don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel so that you can get insights and you can get update on what's coming up. So today is about, I'm starting a new sort of a new series, if you want, tackling your competitors. And in business, you know how important it is to tackle your competitors and to meet and to face competitors and to deal with them appropriately. So this is what this series is all about. Tackling your competitors. So for that, what I'm going to share with you is there is a problem. Most people, when they have to tackle their competitors, is they don't know or they haven't really identified who their competitors is. Who is your competitor? Do you know who are you competing with? And if you miss this diagnosis, if you don't know who you're competing with, what happens is you are fighting the battle with the unknown enemy. And when your enemy is unknown to you, you don't really know what they're doing and you don't know what to follow. Most people, I would say 90% of business owners underestimate who their real competitors are because they haven't really given a thought about it or really understand the whole competitive analysis framework. So I'm not here to bore you with a lot of theory on competitive analysis, but so just one thing, if you're seeing me switching camera because there are two cameras in front of me right now, so I don't know which one is recording. So I know one is for Instagram, one is for probably YouTube or Facebook. So if you see me switching cameras, that's not I'm just looking at both cameras, which is in front of me. So what I was saying that in terms of competition, I'm not going to bore you with a lot of theories. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to share with you 5 group categories that you can use for competition that you can use to analyze. So 5 techniques in terms of competitive analysis. Let's start by taking an example. If you are a fitness or a gym owner, let's say you have a gym. And this is the example that we will be taking today primarily, and I'll add some more throughout the session. So let's say you have a gym and you're the owner of a gym. So let's give a deep thought about it. Who are your competitors? If you can put in the comments below under the video, as a gym, who is the competitors for the gym? Okay, so some of you might be saying other gyms down the corner, others who other competing outdoor. So probably some people are just going and joining yoga classes. That's not happening in gyms and outside of gyms. They are definitely part of competitions. But let me push the limits and your thoughts a bit. What about you are competing for the money that is inside the person's wallet? Because as a gym, if I have to decide to go for a gym, to go to a gym, I have a limited budget available to me, what is termed in economics term as disposable income. I have a limited amount of disposable income that I can use to go to the gym. So when you're coming to me and you're telling me to sign up for your gym membership, you are actually competing for that money that I've put aside to go probably to watch a movie, that money that I've put to go and have fun with my kids, or that money that I can buy another subscription on a Netflix subscription. So you're not just competing against other gym in your area, but you are competing for my money here and for the disposable income that I have. So that's number one. You are competing against disposable income. So, in your competitive analysis, so just put yourself in the shoes of your clients and your customers and just think, what other option do they generally have for the money that they have to use? For example, if it is a gym, again, example, it will be gym. Most of the time, is gym against entertainment. And if you don't know about that, then your business message, your message that you'll be putting across. So when you see Netflix subscription going up, then you might think that can be a danger for you because people have limited disposable income, especially in the recession that we have, and they are signing up for Netflix. So that's where the money is going, and you are not there to grab a part of it. So that's number one. You're competing for the disposable income of the person. Number two, alternatives to your solution. So if you have, if you are a gym owner, a fitness center owner, you're a gym owner. So you are competing against alternatives to fitness because these guys could well stay at home, and that could be an alternative. They stay at home and they go on YouTube and they open a Tabata training or high intensity trainings that are out there, and they just go and put their screen in front of them and they just go and train. Why do they need you? So your competitors is not just the gym down the corner. It's those videos online that people think, okay, I can just go and do it on my own. I don't need to sign up and to pay a monthly fee for it. So if you can't compete, if you can't explain to them why just doing it on your own is different from a gym membership, then they'll go, they have that other option that you haven't addressed. And that will be there when they are going to make their choice. So that's number two, the alternative in terms, and most of the time, sometimes technology. I remember, I take my own example. Our family business was having print shop. So we still have a print shop centrally located. My competitors is not just other print shop in my surrounding. My number one competition is people think it's other print shops around me who are just undercutting prices by 10-15%, but that's not my competitors. My competitors are those guys who are selling machines to the offices directly, where now they have a professional photocopying machine or printer in their office that they can do their printout themselves. So that's not good for me. That's not good for my traditional competitors around me, because now they can do that in their own comfort. So that is part of my competition, alternatives to technology that is coming and that is taking away. And these type of competitors can eat your business literally overnight. And we have seen that happening in many industries, that these competitors, especially the technological one, if you don't know how to marry them, if you don't know, for example, in hindsight right now, I wish that I was the one who was selling photocopy and printing machines to my clients instead of letting another company come and do that. If I could myself sell that, be my own competitor, that would have been the best alternative for me. So that's another part. In part two of this series, I'll tell you some of how do you tackle those competitors, and that's one of them. So be my own competitor. If that's where the market is moving, be there and be in that market and this one as well. Third insight I'll give you about competition is the traditional competitors. So you have similar competitors who are similar, competing area, etc. And this one is where most people put their attention. So this is where you're spying, you're checking their ads, you're liking their page, you like and then you dislike, but you follow their page so that you know what they're doing, but you don't want their numbers to show that there's a big liking. So you dislike their page, but you follow them and you spy on their ads. And when they put a video on Facebook, on YouTube, you see what tags they're using, their views, etc., etc., etc. You know what I'm talking about. So these are the traditional ones. Number 4, and this one might shock you. You have a competitor which name is ignorance. Do you know how many people out there in the world right now don't know about your service? That's one. Or they don't know that they need your service. You're taking time to just compete against your competitors, putting ads and running against them to sell your product. But do you know how many people out there who need you, but they don't know they need you? And a classic example was, I have a dear friend who is, he's a specialist in bone, in the backbone, right? So a lot of people, because like we sit all day long, we have a lot of back problems. So he's a therapist, and he look after that. And while talking to him and while coaching him through, we realized that, do you know how many business owners, how many people who work in offices all day long, they don't even know that they have this problem, or they don't know by sitting like this, they will have this problem in 1 year or 2 years, and they need a physiotherapist to correct this now so that it avoids them the pain later. They just don't know. They are blessed. They don't know about the problem that they will have because of what they are doing today. And their ignorance is leading them to not taking the service and not coming to him and buying his service where they need them the most, because they're sitting 4-5 straight hours a day. I've had times when business gets busy where I'm sitting almost 7-8 hours a day and not really stopping to eat or anything, just working. And this is not really good for the back. But because you don't know about it, so this is the problem. So what a simple way to tackle that, and then we'll come back to that in part 2, is invest in education. And this is what I'm doing. A lot of my YouTube, you would see, I'm not out here to sell you a lot of products. In fact, I sell very few on my public channels. Once in a while, I might invite you to join a program, but I'll sell very few. I'm here to educate you about business and business growth, what is possible for you. And by yourself, once you get to know about the issues, how, for example, you could grow your business without spending more on ads, you would come to me by yourself to say, okay, how can I join this program called Selling Smarter? Because I want to grow my business without spending more on ads. I want to do that. I want those results. So I don't need to sell it. But by educating you about it by yourself, you will come and say, okay, how can I join? And I don't expect everyone to join. Some people who would resonate with my message and with what I'm saying will reach out to me. And this is how it's been working. I'm able to do that because I realize that a lot of business owners, we don't really believe that there is a better alternative ways of doing. So that's number 4. And number 5 is the best one in terms of, because I'm a coach as well, and a lot of coaches and trainers, consultants, even my friends from design, creative industry, they say it's the same thing for them, is procrastination. The biggest competitor, if you are a gym, for example, is procrastination. I know I have to lose weight, and that's not just, I literally know I have to lose weight, but I procrastinate to go to the gym. It's not my main priority right now. I need it. I know I have to do it. I'm interested to do it, but I just procrastinate. Procrastination on the part of your prospect is killing you and your business, especially if you are in the service industry. So if you're not addressing that, if you're not helping them to overcome the procrastination, if you're not helping your clients to do that, then they will continue to procrastinate. While your competitors will be fighting to cut prices, while your competitors will be fighting to get those, there's always 3% of the market who are looking to buy right now. They'll be fighting for that 3%. By using education, you would be targeting the rest of the 60% who need it, but they don't know they need it, or who know they need it, but they're procrastinating taking actions. And this is the power when you identify your competitors, who they are, what you can do. So 5 types of competitors that you need to identify. The traditional ones, we know about them. The income, the disposable income. So where is the disposable income of your prospect going? What are you competing with for that money? The alternative and technology. For example, if you're a gym, again, maybe dieting can be an alternative to gym. If people believe that just by doing dieting, I can lose weight and I can be fit, why should I join a gym? So that's number 3. Number 4 is ignorance. They need it, but they don't know they need it. Number 5 is procrastination. Those were the 5 competitive analysis strategy that you can use to target and to find out who your your competitors are, who is stealing away clients from you and prospects from you. And then you can work out strategy for each of them, how you can address them. And in the next part, so in the next business insight, where I'll tackle the part 2 of it, I'll tell you for each category, what can you do to tackle them, what strategy to use to fight your competitors. With that, if you have benefited from this episode of today, join and like and subscribe whatever channel you are on, whatever platform you're listening to that. Subscribe to the channel, like it, share it with your friends and colleagues that you can help them. If you have any questions or if you need help with your business, reach out to me, inbox me on any platform that you are in, and we will be assisting you. And continue to listen to Business Insights, and looking forward to share some more insights, business growth insights with you. Take care.